I was halfway through my morning coffee when my phone buzzed on the counter. A new message from Claire lit up the screen. Nothing unusual about that. We'd been married 11 years, and she often sent me little reminders or affectionate notes during the day. But this wasn't a text. It was an audio file. Voice memo. Curious, I slid my thumb across the screen and pressed play. "Hey, baby," Claire's voice whispered, soft, playful, in that tone she used to use with me years ago. "I can't stop thinking about last night. You're addictive. Tonight can't come fast enough. God, I don't know how much longer I can pretend around him." The words sliced through me like glass. My hand jerked, nearly dropping the mug. Coffee sloshed over the rim, splattering across the counter. Froze. My heart pounded so hard it hurt. Pretend around him. She wasn't talking to me. That memo wasn't meant for me. It was meant for someone else. I replayed it. Once. 8 times. Hoping I'd misheard. Hoping there was some explanation, a joke, a mistake, anything. But each time, the words landed heavier, leaving bruises in places I didn't know could ache. My wife, my Claire, the woman I'd trusted with everything, the one I'd built a life with, was talking to someone else the way she used to talk to me. I stood in the kitchen, numb, listening to the sound of my own breathing. The refrigerator hummed behind me. Outside, I heard kids laughing as the school bus rattled down the street. The world carried on, oblivious. But mine had just shifted. First, I didn't move. Couldn't. The betrayal pressed down like a weight, pinning me in place. Then something inside me clicked. Not clarity but raw instinct. Copied the file. Backed it up to my laptop. To a hidden drive. My hands moved automatically, like I was following an emergency procedure I didn't know I had memorized. Evidence. I needed evidence. When Claire came down the stairs a few minutes later, dressed for work, hair pinned neatly, she smiled at me like nothing had changed. Like she hadn't just sent me proof that my entire marriage was a lie. "Morning," she said, leaning in to kiss me on the cheek. I let her lips brush my skin. They felt like ice. "Morning," I managed, my voice flat. If she noticed, she didn't show it. That day at work, I barely functioned. My spreadsheets blurred. Meetings dragged past me like fog. Every spare second, I replayed that memo in my head. Her voice. Her words. Addictive. Last night. Pretend around him. Each phrase tore at me. By the time I got home, I had a plan. Not a good one, not a calm one, but the only one my heart could tolerate. I needed to know the truth. All of it. The next evening, while Claire showered, I slipped into her study. Her phone lay charging on the desk. She rarely locked it, a mark of the trust I'd always given her without question. My fingers shook as I opened her messages. There it was. A thread with a number not saved as a contact. Dozens of voice memos, texts, photos. My chest tightened as I scrolled. "Can't stop thinking about you. Wish I was in your bed instead of his." A photo of her in lingerie I had never seen. Another of the two of them together. His face turned just out of frame, but his hand gripping her waist was unmistakable. I sank into her chair, bile rising in my throat. My wife wasn't just cheating, she was living a second life. I confronted her 2 nights later. She was folding laundry when I said, "Claire, I got a voice memo from you the other day. It wasn't meant for me." Her hands froze over a stack of towels. For a second she didn't breathe. Then slowly she turned. "What are you talking about?" Pulled out my phone. Hit play. Her own words filled the room. The air thickened between us. Claire's face drained of color. She started, then stopped. Waited. Finally she whispered, "It wasn't supposed to happen like this." "Like this?" My voice cracked. "You mean me finding out, or you betraying me?" Tears welled in her eyes, but they did nothing for me. Not anymore. The truth came out in fragments. His name was Eric. Cully. It started as just talking, turned into drinks, then nights. For nearly a year, she'd been with him behind my back. "I didn't want to hurt you," she said, voice trembling. I laughed. Harsh, hollow. Didn't want to hurt me. You've been lying every single day, Claire. Every kiss, every good night, every I love you. Was that all pretending too? She cried harder, reaching for me, but I stepped back. Her touch felt poisonous. I swear I still love you, she begged. I was confused. I love me. Snap. You love me so much you couldn't stop yourself from crawling into someone else's bed? Her sobs echoed through the house. But all I felt was emptiness. The nights that followed were hell. I slept on the couch. Every sound from upstairs clawed at me. Her footsteps, her muffled crying. I used to care. Now it was like listening to a stranger weep. Friends noticed something was wrong. At work I faked smiles. But inside I was unraveling. I thought of the life we built. Vacations, holidays, lazy Sunday mornings with pancakes and bad movies. All of it was stained now. Every memory had a shadow crawling over it. Trust, once cracked, doesn't heal. Shatters. Weeks passed before I made my choice. One evening I sat across from her at the dining table. The house was quiet, dinner untouched. I can't do this anymore, I said. Her eyes widened. Please don't say that. We can fix this. Counseling, whatever it takes. I shook my head. You made your choice when you sent that first message. When you met him the first time. When you lied again and again. There's no fixing that. Tears streamed down her face. I'll end it with him. I'll prove it. Just don't leave. But I was already gone. The moment I heard that memo, something inside me had died. The divorce was messy, as they always are. Papers. Lawyers. Splitting the house. Friends taking sides. She fought for reconciliation until the very end. Sending letters, voicemails, even showing up at my work once, begging. But I was resolute. Because love without trust isn't love at all. Now, months later, I still hear that voice memo sometimes. Not from my phone but in my head. It replays when I least expect it. A cruel reminder of what I lost and what she destroyed. But I don't regret leaving. If anything, I'm grateful she slipped. That one mistake ripped the mask off a marriage I thought was real. The truth broke me. But it also set me free.